tell you something. One thing I've learned about human beings is that sometimes they will stay in something because it's comfortable. However, like comfortability, when you're comfortable and you know you're supposed to be growing, but you stay here because you don't feel like. My problem was
the table you're shaking.
I felt like I couldn't ever get a man.
Oh,
I know before.
Did you grow up?
She's been like this. She's been like this.
So basically, like I'd stay with him because I didn't know I could get someone else.
Yeah. Now listening to the In My Opinion podcast, the home of edutainment, brought to you by Sakali, DTM, and Uzuma. So get your drinks, snacks, relax, and enjoy.
I hear it.
Yeah.
But what role do you think the rise of promiscuity plays? You know, back in the days, to have, what do you call it, research?
Yeah.
Sexual intercourse. You'd actually have to be in a relationship, mostly married.
Yeah.
Now you can just go on OnlyFans. You can go to Amsterdam Red Light District, into a room, come out, you're satisfied.
Red Light District.
People do it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
People do it.
Wait, DT, what's that question?
Man said, yeah, you been there.
You don't know people go Red Light District and just enter a room
Not
and...
now. I know back in the day. People still do that.
Still do
It's
that.
even advanced now. Yeah, I think.
You can even book appointment on your iPhone.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I did research for this
you. How'd you
episode.
know this?
For this episode, I was doing research.
Red Light
research
District.
purposes.
What type of research?
Literally.
Wow.
No, but for real, like, I feel like sex is no longer...
It's not, It's not sacred
It's not even emotionally romantic. It's just now, I want to get my nut, you want me to find your G-spot. It's that kind of transaction.
I feel like
it's football match.
Yeah,
I do feel like not controversial. I feel like if you do research someone, you should be willing to understand that kids could come out and it should be okay. I think a lot of lives would have been saved with that kind of
I
mindset.
hear that.
Obviously, it doesn't happen all the time, but literally, that's what I believe.
I agree with that. I always say that to the mandem that I know that go into these football matches unprotected. And I say, bro...
Very dangerous game.
Very dangerous game. Because for me...
Just passing the ball anyhow.
Do you know what I mean?
Top bins.
Anybody... If I'm to have unprotected sex, I'm ready to have a child. That's the way I've
it's
wired
planned.
my brain.
If you're having sex unprotected, it's planned. It's not a surprise.
By the way.
No, but I feel like
By the way.
you lot say that. Yeah?
It's a surprise.
But that's what I'm saying. You
It's
lot
still
say that.
surprise.
But the amount of time when you hear man them talk, like
It was the first time.
Have you not cuddled a bit
was the
too
first
tight
time
in
that she
bed?
felt
I'm
pregnant.
telling you.
I just met her, and then
then one thing led to another.
Perfume was smelling nice. You're a bit too cuddled up. It's gonna happen, girl.
Listen, if you not have any protection, it's planned. Do you know what I mean? How can you sit there after like doing the deeds and then sitting there like 2 weeks later it coming up positive? Do you know what I mean? But you knew you had no pill. You had no
But you see, no,
Wait,
you see,
let her
land.
Let her land. Wait.
Let her land. I like where she was going.
You had a oops moment.
No.
I know.
Oh, no.
No, I have a baby. It was, you get me? So, like, but no.
You've never had a oops
I've
moment.
never had a pregnancy scare.
A pregnancy scale.
No.
Magic.
As in oops, where you just you didn't plan
played
and
a
you
football
just...
match on that one night.
His perfume was smelling too nice.
Yeah,
and
he
you
was
know
just
you're cuddled.
He came to do Netflix and chill.
Do you know
By the next
the
thing-
the risks? The risks. The risks.
You know what's so
If you look
crazy?
up the-
I think I'm starting to notice you are more very close to me because of... She relates more with
she's Igbo now.
where she wants to say and what I was going to say.
She's
Are you
Yoruba.
Igbo? No,
No, she's not able. But what I'm saying in the sense of like, you want to talk about the risk, innit? Because it seems like the
risk.
joke is
That's
just like, oh, you get
That's
pregnant.
But also, I actually want to talk about something. It's a bit touchy, right? But one of the reasons why I also feel like people don't want to have kids is because, and trigger warning, right? The world is quite scary. If you think of R. Kelly and Diddy are just the ones people know of. I don't know if you guys, I literally saw this TikTok today and I think it's because, I don't know, maybe the spirit is one, but this woman, famous influencer, she calls herself the trophy wife on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw
she
that.
found out her husband was SAing her kids, bro.
Do you know what? Do you know
know-
what I have a problem with? Like I heard, I watched the
Absolutely
YouTube
terrible.
video, yeah. But my problem is, yeah, you went online for that. Do you know what I mean? Like she's sitting there being like, I've just left my husband.
I think
you
she
know,
saw it,
I
but
brought
she
the
did
reason-
say it out
the-
first,
No,
but
the
it's good to
reason why
highlight.
she went online is because her whole platform is based on teaching women who've previously had kids that you can find a husband that can marry you.
But that's not like that's not for you. Your kids don't need to be put online.
So
for
she
that.
went online.
No,
Really?
I agree. I personally agree with you. That's not something that I would personally put out there. But she has built her own platform teaching women that, okay, you have previously had a child, and now here's how you go find a man who will still marry you even
So
though
she
you've
did
done
everything
that.
in real time.
So that was what her platform was about. And then when this happened, she then brought it to the internet to let people know.
How did she meet the guy?
Okay, I don't know how she
we
did.
didn't look- we didn't look that
I
deep into
personally
her.
disagree with you guys only because like these things are being highlighted. It's like what's going on now with social media. Everything looks perfect, but people are now seeing because of her video, for example. People are now. I do feel sorry for the kids, and I don't think she'd ever post because of this. I don't think the kids will be very far away from the social media light. But people think everything is perfect, but there's actually things happening, and the things are like need to be brought to light.
I
And
agree.
so people can even look at their husband like this and check if my husband is.
I completely agree
so
with that. I
confused.
think it's 100%. We need to
Put your
highlight.
hand up. Put your
we need
hand
to,
When
we
you're
need-
finished, let
thank
her
you.
land.
We need to highlight these issues. But my problem is this only came out from her video. It sounds like it only happened recently. Do you know what I mean? So you've gone to the police. You've got the kids checked. So now you're in an active investigation. For you to go online
online, yeah,
and then
that's
talk
crazy.
about your
Yeah,
kids.
it's still
now,
fresh.
now the case now it can go
No,
up in the
but
air because
really-
you're
That's crazy.
fabricating
Yeah,
evidence.
yeah,
But
that's true. That's
Rose,
crazy.
Rose said the other day that like if you start a case, you can't talk about it online.
100%.
It must be sorted now.
No, but she
No.
she
I,
only
I-
went,
Okay.
I doubt it's been sorted.
I don't
Can I
think it
ask
has.
a question? So I'm so confused, and sorry to this woman and her children, but so the husband, those weren't his kids. He married.
No.
They wanted.
They weren't his
They're
kids.
not
They
his
had
kids.
So this was
no. One of them was. One of the first one wasn't, but she had 2 kids with him,
And he's
and
his
he
own
essayed.
children. Okay, not that it matters.
But yeah,
And the other question is, did she show her children online before this?
yes.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened is she was changing her 4-year-old, and her 4-year-old noticed that it was irritated down there. It was red, and she was like, "What happened to you?" And she was like, Daddy touched me. Do you know what I mean? So then she was like, okay, what's going to happen now? So then she brought her kids to the hospital and realized her 2-year-olds had also been in the same situation. So then what she did is she left the husband. She said that she was going to go to the shopping center for Halloween. So it's actually, it had only been recently Halloween.
Been about 2-3 weeks.
So she went with her sister, she took the kids out, and now she's like on the run from him. Do you know what I mean? I think, of course, we need to talk about this because it is something that happens in so much families that it isn't talked about.
Yeah.
But do it in the right way. Do you know what I mean?
you're right, yeah.
Like, be an advocate for your children. Your kids, you don't know how your kids are acting. This is obviously a new experience for them. Why are we
You should
going
never
online?
put it online. No way.
I agree.
Until they have accepted the fact, or you have all the information and knowledge to educate people, then let's do that. But
do
your
agree.
kids could be like going crazy. Do you know what I mean? Or they could like be really emotional in the
yeah.
situation, and you
I
don't
think
know how
that
to handle it.
and now the video is monetized. Did they have an
It's
ad?
monetized. I don't
and
know if it's
this is
monetized,
what the
but
problem is.
still.
This is my issue with like social media these days as well, where I feel like where a lot of people have built a platform on something where that's how they're paying their bills, and this is now there's now like no boundaries in terms of what they put online. Like mentally is blurred now. And it's almost like every opportunity is almost like a way of, I'm wondering how much. It's like a dollar sign. I don't know if that makes sense. I
Yeah.
wonder,
Profit in
this
our
is
kids.
gonna go off the roof. Like even though this is a fucked up situation. I'm
So-
sorry,
Yeah.
but it's like, imagine I put this online and let people. This is gonna take me to that. Now you're thinking between this is now your kids and money.
Profitable.
Because
This is what it is now.
my issue is if she's shown her kids on her YouTube prior to this,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
not
Everyone,
fair.
everyone now knows.
Because
what
now
happened.
everyone knows that those
That's-
kids
that's crazy.
have gone
And
through
they don't
that.
want to know. And I think
That's
it's
not fair. That's what
Where-
we're
what
I just
country is this?
saw the TikTok because
Yeah, what
obviously when I
country
saw
is
it? What
when
country
I
is
saw
this
the
in?
post out
What?
in America.
America.
When I saw the post, right, I didn't even try and watch nothing.
America, bro.
I just saw, cool, this is happening.
That country
Don't
is
even
messed
think
up.
this just happens in America. This happened to a friend of mine, like someone who's really, really close to my family that I grew up with.
Wow.
So she used to leave her daughters with her best friend's husband,
Yeah,
right?
that's it. Perfect.
So she used to leave her kids with her best friend's house whenever she was going to work.
In Ireland.
This is in Ireland.
Wow. Okay.
So she used to leave her kids at her best friend's house. So sometimes if her best friend was working, the husband would take care of them. So there was one day she was in her house and she was just saying to her daughter, they were watching some documentary, and she was like, if anyone ever touches you like this, let me know. And her daughter was like, yeah, this has happened. And the daughter tells the truth. And so she later on found out that the best friend's husband had basically been essaying her daughter. And she ended up taking her to therapy and all that. I'm not too sure what has happened down the legal side of that.
Yeah.
But this was someone who lived in the same estate them, and they were like thick as thieves. And then it was only, I think, last year or the year before that she found out the other daughter as well was also SA'd. But the other daughter didn't talk about it because the older sister was the one who first came out, and she didn't want to take all the attention away
So
from
she
the
kept
older
quiet
sister.
about
So
hers.
she kept quiet about it for years. And I say it's been about 10 years. And I think when she was SA'd, she was probably about 10 years old when this happened. So as much as you think this happens next door, across the pond, it could be happening in your very
so
own
now-
town.
The Catholic
that's
Church.
crazy.
Do you get like
Now, like people have all these things happening, and it's been brought to light because of social media, and like obviously now, like obviously off social media. Why would you want to have logically? Why would you want to have kids in this current climate? I still
you're
want to
right.
have children, and I just pray to God that He gives me the strength to keep them safe. But like,
Yeah.
why would you actually want to?
No,
have kids in
you're
this-
right. Like that's a good
Logically,
point.
like-
There's times where I even remember. I probably don't want to bait. Now, when we went to when we done that show at BBC with Mariam and them. When I was behind the scene, the lady that I was speaking to, one of the producers, she was like, "No, I'm not having no kids." Like, and then her reason was part of like a lot of people just tell you like due to like the world, like the way I don't want to bring no child into this.
Yeah, to come and
kind
go
of
through
like-
bullshit.
And then you're having to, because the real truth is like, because we have kids and it's like, and what people don't understand is the worries. Like, it would be a lie for anyone to tell you
They don't
as
worry.
a parent that they do not worry, bro. It's like you worrying about these things. Like, apart from having to worry about just life in itself, about your life, about how you're gonna, put food on the table and all these things, trying to find ways, you have to always worry about that phone call. Oh, your daughter's had this, your son has had that. This has happened, or bro, like that's always like it's there in the back of your mind somewhere.
'Cause I remember one time I got a call from my son's nursery. They said, don't want you to panic, but your son's fallen and he's unconscious.
Do you know what I
The
mean?
ambulance is taken to the hospital. When I tell you my whole life just left
Bro,
my
it left
body,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
So I said,
facts.
this is it. This is it. My son's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
it,
Because that's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You get to the hospital, the guy's unconscious, and it's just like stuff like that. And I'm a bad worrier. I worry about everything. So you can imagine in that situation, I'm like, I'm not having no more kids, bro. Because I
You know what I
can't
mean?
deal with that constant
Brother.
worry that you go through every day.
Do you think that there is we can protect our kids though? So I think there's always, as a parent, you're always gonna worry and you're always gonna think like the worst, and all you can do for your kids is guide them.
Yes.
But we can protect them from social media till a certain age. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you
And
mean
I
that
think-
aspect? Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I think obviously we can't protect them from everything.
The fools,
but I
yeah.
feel like honestly, my best job in this world is being a mum, and it's my favorite thing to do. And it's I will talk to people about it like one-on-one, sometimes on the pod. But I do not need to share my child with the world.
Yeah,
Like I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think nobody needs to see her beauty. I can see her beauty. Her family,
She's
her
a
friends
gorgeous
see
baby.
her beauty. Like
Never
I
see it.
don't need. Thank you very much. But I don't need validation on my page for people to be liking photos of my kid.
Why
No,
do you think people are like that though? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why do you think is
I said some people it's like, bro, it's an easy avenue it's the quickest way to get exposure. Just
Yeah.
post kids.
Kids.
Because no one
yeah.
I can't comment on kids.
Yeah.
People
You're
do
always
try
gonna
it.
get views. It's like, oh my god, so cute. And you know the one I hate the most, not hate, but it's
Let it
the
out,
people
bro.
that put their kids on social media and then cover their face. Or they put them
Yeah,
why
actually-
there's no point. Like
I hear that.
it's either you want to put them on social media or you don't want to put them on social media.
Why are you
But
covering their
you
face?
want
There
to
was one
cover
that
their
did that
face.
recently, right? She covered
Yeah.
the child's face recently on the story, but I swear to God, she just popped a photo yesterday of the child
Yeah,
when
so
the
I'm
child
like-
was
It's
born.
every
I was
day.
like,
What's the
I've
point?
seen it.
You don't need to. What do you do?
You have
to
Are you
follow-
showing
you
their
have to
face
follow
or you're not
through.
showing their
What
face?
about those people that
Very soon they will
start?
start putting kids' belly now as well, innit?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And do a review. And build
That's what's gonna
That's
soon.
the belly, then the review by
It
18.
doesn't make sense.
They can't do that. They need to make sure the
You
child
wanna
is
show your
breathing.
Get to 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, and then we'll reveal.
Yo, think about it though. Think about it. A lot of those people, like, not trying to like, there are genuine people out there that are doing this thing.
I get
because
if your
of-
kid's a model.
Yeah.
Or there's
or
maybe content on
Yeah,
TikTok.
and,
like
there,
that.
and there are
That's cute.
certain people, like you got zero personality. You're just milking
You're
the
milking
fact
your
that
kids.
you got a child to say, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uzi, what about those people that start Instagrams for their kid and then they talk in their kids' comments.
Oh.
Yeah,
They write the caption,
Take a
but they
day
also
off.
talk.
Take a day
that
off.
is
But they also talk in the
crazy.
caption like DJ Khaled.
is
Remember when DJ Khaled
crazy.
had his son, Assad?
That's crazy. He probably hired someone to do that as well, you know?
I think 100% it is down to like personal preference if you want to have your kid, like, because you can do it from an educational standpoint.
Yeah.
But I think as well, I think my no-goes are like your kid in the nip. Do you know what I mean? Like naked. Or like anything that can be...
Should be tasteful, man. And I
Yeah.
think it should mainly
Yeah.
just be,
Do you know
personally, I
there's
think it should
even-
be educational purposes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or work.
Teaching how to
Let me tell you even
read,
something
how to do
scary that I
something, yeah.
recently read online.
I was gonna
there
say
was
that
this
spirit is
guy
one.
recently who came out and he's been jailed now while he's going through court
Oh, nice.
because what he was doing was he was creating photos, underage photos of kids,
saw that.
but he was using AI. So fathers, uncles were sending photos of their like nieces or their children or whatever, and they send it to this guy. Then he would use AI to create inappropriate photos of these
That's
kids
on
to
the
send
dark
back to
web.
them.
That's
What?
on the dark
Wait,
web.
wait. So, no, pause.
Run that back.
Time out.
I'm confused.
So the fathers and thing, are they sending it to this guy for
Yep.
the purpose of him to send
Yeah.
it back in that format?
Yeah, so he would
for
send just a
child.
normal photo. So it could be just of them smiling, clothes on, and then that guy would then get the photo and create inappropriate photos of the children and then
send it back to the
send
dad.
it back to the parents. So they were
Because
paying
that's
him
what
money
they
for
said they're
that.
paying for that.
So
Yeah,
that's what they were
that's
paying him
the
for.
service.
So he's being charged for pedophilia for it.
But why didn't he not out? I think they
But
need
he's
to-
out in all the list of all his clients. They're
because
all
that's-
being outed.
You know what? That's what they need to start. You know what annoys me a lot, yeah? When they start catching one of these people and that's the end of it. When we all know there's like a whole string of these people. It's not just one person.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, everyone needs to start getting bagged up.
I'm confused. For what
'Cause
purpose?
Our society is not safe.
Well,
man.
just that, for those
So like
reasons.
that's one of the reasons why I don't like showing my child online is because what they do on the dark web as well.
You don't know, yeah.
but they can alter it. So it
AI.
could be a very innocent photo of a child, but they can then use AI and other things like
AI is
that to
got
make
magic.
it to make the child do things that they're not
work-
supposed to do as a
AI is
child.
mad.
I worked for a company. I won't say the name or whatever because I signed an NDA. But basically, we used to protect like kids. So anytime, like, because obviously AI is crazy,
Yeah.
and so are human beings. So like, anytime there is like pictures of kids online, just go. We try our best. Then
good.
also like with the new introduction of AI, like if something is produced that's crazy, like even like cartoon versions of gone, like nudity, anything like all that stuff has to be gone.
I guess then that's why this someone like that guy's
Well, nice.
business was thriving
Yeah.
because he was able to do
to
something
do that.
separately.
There's no
outside of
there's
the-
no like policies in place to like he doesn't. He's not a company.
AI
He
is
has
so new.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
he
like an
doesn't
individual.
mind being
like-
sued.
Why
or
is that
whatever,
even an
but
option with this AI software that can be created?
That's what I said. AI is
Anything.
any.
And
AI
this
can
is
do
the
anything
thing
and
where-
people are
where
also
for me,
tapped.
Where these, and again, let's be honest, a lot of the government and stuff, they're allowing these softwares to be part of our normal day-to-day society where people talk about, because when I talk to certain people sometimes, I'm like, well, we're moving too fast. They'd be like, but look what you could do with AI. Like, I could just finish all of this in one day. I can do this, I can do that. Yeah, that's
ChatGPT
great.
and all that. But there's dangers.
It has its
but then,
advantages
but
and
then don't look at that.
disadvantages.
So would you say now does it outweigh now if you're giving this up, things like this? If we have to now deal with things like this with our kids, our babies, our little one, for that.
You see,
Take
it
the
away.
sad- the sad thing
Take it
about
away.
the world is that like, cool. There's so many. Let's say, for example, we've heard about jobs where people have, committed because of their job, but the government's not going to stop jobs or stop people working. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, just because one person is using AI for a bad thing doesn't
They're not
mean
gonna stop.
It's not good,
because
yeah.
AI is very bad. See, ChatGPT is helping people, is helping kids like
people with
expand
job
their mind,
skills.
get knowledge, get like information like that.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
facts.
There's still
Sick.
very much beneficial things you can use it for, but it's just because of those few sick people ruining it for
But
everyone.
that's the problem, though. But then it's like, at what point do you? Because once you let that into the ecosystem, like you cannot stop.
It just needs to be regulated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
It
gonna
will be.
regulate?
People are always gonna break rules though. That's why
Yeah,
there's
that's
still
the thing.
jails.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but it's almost like for me, yeah, my issue is like, remember, we're catching up with one thing. Something else has been created now.
Yeah.
I don't know if my point is we're just wrapping
Yeah.
our heads around just now around this internet situation about where it's like I remember back then when the internet was new, where all
Everything
of
goes.
these pedophiles were doing whatever. Parents didn't even know how to even log on online. But now we've just managed to okay, cool.
We're catching them
But then
now.
now AI has come. Now is another thing we've got to deal with again for another next 15, 20 years. And something else going to come again.
That's technology.
Do you get my point, though?
I do
unfortunately.
understand where you're coming from, but we literally I was walking. I don't know what street I was walking, and I just was like, movies have given us hints. If you deep all the movies that you've seen, right? Like
Black
they've
Mirror.
always whatever is the flying car stuff.
Black
we're gonna see that in
Mirror.
a couple of years.
Black,
There's so many things we've seen in the past, like iRobot, even the Alien thing,
Matrix.
Matrix. There's a lot of movies have shown
Give you
us this
hints.
stuff, and obviously we just this is just a movie, it's
Just
not
a
real life.
movie.
And you're now
but it's
seeing it
happening now, yeah.
You're now
Yeah, I think,
seeing
wow,
it. Do you know what I
I saw
mean?
that 10 years
People
ago.
are in space. They're doing things. The things probably exist, and people are creating things because human beings are just so
This stuff is scary.
I think the key thing is a lot of people are trying to relieve stress in it, do less in it. So if
Which is
computer,
crazy, though.
Yeah.
if
And
computer
that's
is
for
going
me,
to
I
make
just
my
feel
life
like-
easy,
I'm gonna go
I
down
feel
that
like
route.
Africa is where it's going to be at, man, because I used to go back to Africa. There's still places where there's no reception.
But speaking
There's
of
no
Africa,
Wi-Fi.
even a lot of countries, maybe not officially, but you can see that they're pro-immigration because they know Africans. For us, we love to have children. Whether or not it's because we love to have sex unprotected or we actually want children is another thing. They're going to be looking to Africa to help populate, you know what I mean, their countries, because if we're not having enough children, like you said, the burden on the taxpayer, paying pensions and stuff like that. What I'm wondering, do you guys think maybe we need to go back to those days where marriage was actually respected?
100%. My
100%.
biggest fear in this life is having a child out of wedlock.
Is
Ain't gonna
it?
do it. I ain't gonna do it. And I don't know if it's because I come from a very confusing family and I just don't want to raise my children the way I was raised. So I'm an only child, a middle child, and a firstborn. Mad, right?
Excuse me, no,
Only
okay.
child, middle child, and a firstborn.
Do the math.
So
do the math.
I'm my mother's firstborn,
Got it.
right? My mom had me with my dad, and I'm the only child between the two of them.
Okay.
My mom got married to someone who had 4 kids
Oh, wow.
before he met my mom. And then my mom ended up having 3 more after.
Okay.
So I have step siblings and half siblings.
I understand.
See how confusing my family
know
tree
your
is?
dad now.
And I don't even know about it, Eddie.
Okay.
I get those messages being like, yo, I'm your cuz. Oh, we have the same last name. I don't know.
I
I don't know
hear
those
it.
people.
I hear it.
So for me, considering the way I grew up and all the confusion, because it's chaos. It's chaos living in a house like that. Because even the smallest things, like there was one time my mom went to Nigeria and I had to take care of my little sister. There's a 19-year age gap between her. So I'm old enough to be her mom.
Yeah.
So when she was gone to Nigeria, I lived in Ireland. My family live in the UK. They live in Manchester. So I flew over to pick up my little sister. I got to the airport and they were looking at me being like, the names don't match. Whose child is this? Just little subtle things like that will remind you that you're not a full sibling. Even though I'm raised as a full sibling.
I understand, yeah.
And then with having step siblings and half siblings, the chaos between stepmom, stepdad, you can't talk to my child like this, you can't do that. So having a child out of wedlock is my biggest fear in this life. I ain't doing
Hear
it.
it.
I think this might sound crazy, but okay, cool. Obviously, the standard is a man with no kids, but I think I'd rather be a stepmom.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Let's touch more on that one.
Imagine getting with someone who's like,
Wow. Do you know, as she said that, I was like, chai.
What
no,
happened?
like, as in,
Please,
no,
guys,
no,
let's
like as in,
not
like,
lie.
let's say for example, now, obviously, I don't have any kids. I'm allowed to date because people like to say I'm not allowed. I'm allowed to date a man with no kids, and that's my standard.
Preference,
That's my
yes.
standard.
Yeah.
However, in a hypothetical world where every man had one child, it's either I be his baby mom or I be a stepmom. I think I'd rather be a stepmom.
Why?
A stepmom than a baby mom.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I won't lie to you, the stigma, first of all, at least stepmom, I'm married.
Well, I think it's quite straightforward what she's saying.
No, but let-
You're married.
I'm married.
exactly.
I'm married. I have security. Now, obviously, if he does me wrong, divorce, I can
it is
move.
what it is.
Yeah,
I can
I
move
agree.
out. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, even the things that Offset said, men like him exist in this world.
What did
And-
he
But
say?
see-
Remind
What did he
us.
He basically called Cardi, what did he say? You're just a baby mom or something like that. But that was his wife. So that statement even made no sense.
No sense.
He's illiterate. But no,
But
honestly,
he can never say
divorced now.
They're going through a divorce.
He can never say that. Let's say, for God forbid, I be with a man like that. But
Yeah,
he can never say that
That's
to
not
me.
your baby mom, no.
You can't.
No.
You can
Once
never
you're
say that.
married, because they had those kids while they were married.
Yeah, that's why I say he's illiterate. Doesn't know
I
what that
think these
meaning
rappers,
is.
man, we don't believe. They say things for just to get boosts. You know?
Yeah.
Ignore
So is
them.
it fair to say marriage means a lot to all three of you.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So do you love think that online then it's just all
I would be
lies?
lied
Is
to,
it just
yeah.
bots
It's-
online?
I think-
Because I thought you lot were
definitely think it's
city
like-
girls.
I've never been a city girl.
You're a country girl.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
been a city
Like,
girl.
I like to have fun, like in the club and go on
did this.
holidays and
Be
let,
up in the
you know,
club.
all that stuff. I
I'm
love
not
the
even
bottle
like that.
service. Like, I love that stuff, but
Hey,
doesn't mean I should not like marriage. Like, I want to home
Yeah.
with a happy family because
I think-
your kids grow up and they
yeah.
see that dynamic. They see it's healthy.
Yeah.
Like, kids, obviously, isn't that a statistic? Like, kids that grow up in those kind of environments,
Do
they,
better.
Do you know what I mean?
They strive
So,
better, yeah.
is that bad?
Not
It's
just
not
even
bad.
that, but I think a lot of the women now you will probably meet girls who do want to live that city girl life,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of girls don't. A lot of girls want to be at home, but y'all men don't make it easy for us.
We don't.
part.
Okay,
You
you're going down the
don't.
right. Okay, so why do you say
You
this?
don't. You men don't. If it's not that you're chasing the career, some of y'all are just playing some serious games.
Like, what do you mean?
But why am I hearing, for us to be in a relationship, I have to date you for longer than a year? Just leave me alone, mate.
Oh.
For us to be in
Yeah. So you have to date. I think 6 months is reasonable. A year is a
I don't
stretch.
even think 6 months. Why is there a timeline on it?
No, it's not
Yeah, why
timeline,
is
but
there
it's
a
just.
Why is there a
be-
timeline on it?
I think
It's a job application.
No, guys, wait.
Literally.
I think wait, guys. Let's
Probation.
slow down, guys. Let's slow down, please. Why is a year like a? I don't. Yeah, I don't think there should be a timeline on it, but I also don't think you should move too quick. And I say what I'm saying here because another reason why, because we've had a lot of people on here, right? We've had a lot of conversations. We've had different people, different experiences, and I think what you tend to find out is people don't ask the right questions sometimes.
Yes.
And people
yes.
rush
People-
to get into situations and where you're committed and you've gone in all the way and you're finding things out about each other and you're starting to ask questions you're supposed to have asked long time ago, and then now you're like, especially we talk about blood type, we talked about like so many other things we've talked about, but it's like, so I think sometimes like lead with asking the right question first. Actually, genuinely, because I feel like a lot of people don't know what their do's and don'ts are. A lot of people don't know what their boundaries are. A lot of people don't really know what's my breaking point, what's my my line. Like I'm not gonna compromise for this. And I feel like sometimes that takes time to get to know people, get to know each other. Because people, like, let's be honest, when you're meeting someone for the first time, everyone's putting forward their best self, their most impressive. But then over time, that starts to peel away, and eventually you start to see, okay, you know what? All right, even though the layers have peeled back, I still fuck with this person. Like this person is still the one. Like we
You
still.
got used to them, innit? So
We
you
still- we
want to
still
start
vibe.
laying the pills back. Stop.
What do you mean?
Putting back the pills that's been peeled
but what
off.
I'm
We
saying
start
is
putting
that-
them back.
What I'm saying is that with time, with a little bit of time, I'm not saying obviously take forever, but I'm talking about with a little bit of time to genuinely get to really know each other and know what this person is like. Because commitment, again, you're talking about you want something forever. You want to be married, you want to be forever. You don't want to keep jumping in and out of relationship. And I feel like it genuinely takes time. Like, especially you women, bro, you could wake up tomorrow and feel some other way.
Can I say something?
I think-
That's true, yeah. But you see
know
what
what
I think it's more men.
Okay, no, you know what I think it is, yeah? The issue with this situation is, yeah, everybody wants to eat their cake and have it, yeah?
100%.
Right? You see that, and I'll tell you this for real, yeah? And anyone can tell me if I'm lying, yeah? The problem why things become difficult to separate is, okay, cool, that's fine to do that, but I feel like whilst people are doing that, there should be no sexual interaction. Don't have sex with them. Don't do anything. Just let's get to know each other. Because I tell you why, yeah? If after a year, you say, all right, cool, let's go our separate ways, I guarantee you people won't be as pissed off
They wouldn't.
as the fact that for us, we can move on for that. From Mandem's perspective is that it's just anything anyways. But for women, I think that contributes in what makes them tick like, nah, you've wasted like, because
wasted
you've
their time.
also been enjoying them for 1 year.
Of
You understand?
enjoying.
Do you believe that men know a woman is the one?
Yeah,
At first sight.
100%.
Okay,
Not
so
at
you
first.
So
Not at first
no,
sight.
to a certain- not at first,
first
no,
sight.
not at first, no,
But
not at first, yeah, but to after a couple months, bro, you know
yeah.
where
You
you're going. Yeah, man.
Nah,
bro,
But if
let's
you
stop.
know-
Let's all
You
stop
just haven't
capping,
met her
man.
yet.
If you
Let's
know,
stop
Have
capping.
you?
No,
Have you,
I
sorry?
have. No, I am.
Oh, no,
I'm
okay, then
cool.
how was your
No,
situation?
What I'm saying to
Sorry.
you guys, what people don't understand is this, right? Yes, I can meet someone today and be like, you know what, aesthetically, wherever it is, this person, yes, I can see forever. But as time goes on, this person can do something mad, and you're like, yo, this is crazy. Or you can find out
But that
they've
can happen-
been involved.
That's life.
That can happen
and
within
that's
a
my point.
year
So when
or
you
5,
lot say
10
stuff
years.
so that's the reason why I don't think there's to me, I feel like with this thing is a lot of grace. It's grace, like it's God that just because bro, anything could bro.
No, but what I'm saying
like,
to you-
there's no
Can I
there's
say-
no,
what I'm saying to you-
there's no maths to this thing, bro.
Remove
There's no-
the
Can I tell you
sexual
something?
aspect
Can I tell you
as well.
some- can I tell you something
I agree.
sad,
The
right?
sexual aspect needs to be removed
Can I tell you
as well.
something so sad?
I hear you,
100%.
but I'm just saying.
Let me tell you something.
There's no formula to this
I know,
thing,
but
bro.
if
Let's
you
not
remove,
act like there's a formula,
no, there's
bro.
no formula. But if you remove the sexual aspect, yeah, it's
Have you
now
done this before?
No, I've not done it, but I'm just saying.
no,
No, no,
he is right,
no,
but
no,
the
you
sad
sound
thing
like
I'm
is,
not
You're
agreeing with it.
dead
But
ass
I've
right,
not
though.
done it before, but I know what I'm saying, bro.
I
Trust
hear
me.
you.
Let me-
Even as a man, yeah, let's be real. As men, yeah, even as a man that has conscience, yeah, we've had to lock off girls before in the past, yeah.
Why?
No, because something has happened that makes you feel like we're not aligned, yeah. But I've always felt more worse if I've slept with them.
What do you mean?
It's easy. No, but what I'm saying to you, I feel more bad.
It's
He's being
definitely
real.
easier to dead things
Yes,
than there is in
yes,
the
with
sexual
someone you slept
history
with.
there.
Can I say
100%.
something?
Yeah,
So
I'm not
remove that.
arguing
Obviously-
that though.
So Carly, why?
Let him go.
We're asking different things. I'm not arguing that point. If that's your point, that's your point. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, okay, land.
What I was gonna say was, it's so sad, right? I think people are lacking patience, but the sad thing is, sometimes when it comes to like having sex early, the early that you have sex with him, you kind of know his intentions quicker. That's so sad. Whereas, like, whereas if you wait, like, it'll be so hard to see his intentions.
Yeah, and
whereas
some men-
if you have sex with him on the first date, right? I'm not saying that he's gotten.
So it's a risk you have to take.
So yeah, it's a risk that you.
There's no
but
formula
however,
to
like,
this thing,
it's
bro.
not a risk.
I've met
Don't
guys,
risk it.
yeah,
Don't.
That's
don't.
been with their other half, yeah, forever, bro. They've been together and then they beat the first night. They did research the
I think
first
it
night.
defo-
What I'm saying is that there's
No, there's no formula,
to
but
this
what I'm
thing,
saying
bro.
to
There is
you-
no
You
formula,
can't tell
but
me
like
that
it's
this is
still.
what it is.
But there's no formula because people aren't acting right. People aren't patient enough.
Yeah, I was gonna
People are
yeah.
trying to like jump.
People
like a frog.
people don't have patience and they also don't respect value.
Right.
I
Say
feel
it
like
again,
when
that value
you're
part-
meeting people, you need to value the person as this is a human being who
Yeah.
has feelings.
Yeah,
They're going to feel things, and a
Yeah.
lot of men don't.
Right.
They'll be acting certain ways, and they'll be acting as if, like, even though I'll use myself as an example. The last person I dealt with, I've reached a point in my life now where I'm actually at peace with everything that's happened, and I don't hate him. Because he taught me self-respect and self-worth.
Right.
And that was the lesson I had to learn from dating that person.
Because he never gave you, it lacked it? Or
he lacked
because
it.
He showed, okay.
He
right.
lacked it. As much as, can you imagine talking to someone on a constant and then just dipping? Like, imagine just dipping on me for a month and then picking up the phone and calling and being like, hey, what's up?
I mean, yeah, that one is in the pudding. What's that thing that they say? Something is in the
But
pudding.
at that point,
Yeah.
at that point, we have been talking to each other for well over a year at that
Saying
point.
things
We have
to
known
each
each
other,
other.
making-
But
So
not-
that was
not
someone
in a
who
relationship.
not in a relationship. So this is at a point where it's like you never saw my worth or my self-value, and I didn't see it in myself for sticking around with someone who didn't spot it earlier on. Because as much as he didn't notice this, another man now has.
Come on.
And it
now.
didn't take a year. And I'm the exact same person. The same things I used to do, I'm doing now for this person. But
Come on
he's
now.
just able to see my worth when you didn't. That's not on me. That's on him. You didn't want to see my worth because it was there and it was being
But you
shown
also
and
then
displayed.
understand that while I totally rate that, but did you also then understand that you had to go through that as well?
Yeah.
Then know your, because you said that brought you to a place where you knew your respect and your self-worth, and then you know what you're looking for now when you go to another.
But I also feel like it's a thing where you shouldn't have had to treat me like that. Because at
Yeah,
that
like
moment
common human
in
decency.
time,
Yeah.
when he met me, I had just gotten out of a 6-year relationship. And we happened to meet just on a wham. Like, it's when I say it nearly felt like the stars aligned, because it was like, I met him through a friend, but I didn't even know he was going to be there. But the same time that I met him with a friend, there was another friend who had known him. It was just weird. Like,
friendly.
everybody around, we all knew each other. It was nearly like we were meant to meet. And then even when we did meet, I found out when he was flying to Ireland, he had followed me on Instagram 3 days prior. So he knew damn well who I was when he met me.
Come on.
So you went out of your way to
waste my
meet
time.
me, to now waste my time.
It's a big
Being
shame.
unserious. You never had intentions on treating me right from the jump because you never went out of your way. And then it's a shame that he had to be the lesson of me learning my self-worth. Because there was something that he said in particular that shook me. I remember driving home from pod. So back when I used to live outside the city, I used to drive to the pod an hour. We used to talk on the phone every day. So I was driving back from the pod and we were on the phone and I was going through like a dilemma with him. And then he asked me, he was like, if roles reversed, what would you do if that was you? And I said, I can't remember what it was I said. And he was like, oh, but the difference is you don't have a title. Can you imagine dating someone and them actually telling you to the face, you do not have a title?
Hi.
That's not someone.
What's that mean, sir? Do you have a- sorry.
So I didn't have a title of girlfriend.
Oh wow! Like that's crazy.
So the fact that we had been talking every single night, you felt proud enough to say that I didn't have that title. That's not a man who wanted me.
Yeah. But
Damn.
I think
Go
people
on.
have to go on like with, if you're dating with intention, if you're dating for marriage, then why are you prolonging it? Do you know what I mean? Because if you prolong the whole like relationship aspect, then you're never gonna really know someone because you're not actually fully invested in it. So if you're taking a year to be with someone and to be like, make it official, whatever, that's a year wasted. Because let's say you've dated them and then like 2 years later, they're doing weird behavior. You could have noticed that in like within 6 months' time. Do you know what I mean?
But the problem here is, even in my own experience, I've mentioned this prior, because disclaimer, I was one of those guys that wasted time, and I do apologize for my waste.
Respect the accountability.
Yeah.
We respect
Yeah.
you. You're not like that no more.
I'm not like that no more, but I used to waste time. And one of
They're
the
not like that anymore.
Who?
He was never,
Where did they go?
like that.
but for him it was perfect.
He's never like that.
He was
Wait,
never
wait,
like
wait,
that.
What are you vomiting? Are you
Wayne was
feeling
perfect.
Cool now, eh?
But no, one of I've mentioned it on the pod before. Like, I would like the reason why I like to elongate the dating process was because there was a time when I was seeing a girl and I really liked her, and then I went to stay with her just for a couple of days here and there. Like, you know, when you're
Wow.
can you behave?
So sweet.
And then I found, like, again, respectfully, she would like leave her used period pads around.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
don't.
that
Remember,
is
do you know
seriously
what I mean?
bad.
And then I just know, like, she was just dirty. But on the outside, aesthetically, she was amazing.
all the boxes.
Ticked all the boxes. Conversation.
that's great.
No, conversation was great, and that just put me off. But I would never have known that had I not gone and stayed with her a few days. Now imagine we were just dating. No one's cohabiting.
You have to
I would
see
not
what's
have known,
happening.
and I would have got in a relationship with someone who is that dirty.
Yeah.
And then I've been in other situations where you're dating someone and they just have no sort of empathy. Like, let's say you're going through things, and then you open up to them, and they just don't care. But certain things like that you won't find out in 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Because your life might be great. It's only when you get to know them deeper that you realize this person has no sort of empathy. They're just emotionless. Just fake news, as we call them in my country.
No, and to add to your point, what we don't understand is that people, you go through a phase, especially when you first met someone. You talked about the previous guy, the loser guy. You said
Bozo.
so like it's like
They say he's a bozo.
Yeah, bozo.
A hyena.
Hyena.
No, babe. That was a joke. You're not really a hyena. You know that.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
You're
But it's
sea
like,
lion.
my thing is like, you go through that phase where it's like, oh, we're talking every day.
Honeymoon phase.
That honeymoon phase, that where you just, and that could be like 3, 4, 5 months, depends on how this guy is or girl
How
is
is why,
presenting
yeah.
themselves. Some people have like, they're psychotically very, they can play this game. And then you go through that phase, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like you just have to be careful, because imagine you've made things serious now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're boyfriend, girlfriend. Oh, we're doing this. I'm even now bringing
they wake you up with this
because once
slap.
you now say boyfriend, girlfriend, you're inviting to family function.
Yeah.
Then it starts exhibiting these behaviors
Like a girl that I had, and she refused to kneel down for my parents,
for your jaja.
for my jaja.
Hey,
Was she?
to
was-
fear.
Or did you want her that you have to kneel down?
Why do you always go this angle every time you hear this
I
stuff?
was gonna say, what was her ethnicity?
He
I
was.
think it's like
What was her
natural.
ethnicity?
She was not Ugandan.
Where's she?
Was she? Is her ethnic side in Africa?
I don't want to
If it's
overtalk.
Africa,
In Africa?
natural is natural.
Okay.
You know that. If it's Africa,
Can I say
It was a
something?
non-African.
can I say
Wait.
something?
Let
If
me
it's a
finish.
non-African
Let me finish.
person-
So
It was a-
that's why you should answer.
No,
You
but my
should
point
really
is,
answer.
it was a non-African person, and they said, "I'm not doing that." But that was part of my
Because
Oh, even
culture.
when
They
you
say
told
she's
them, they
not
said
God.
no.
Yes, they
They
said
say
yes.
she's
They
not God.
said that your people are not God. I only kneel down to God.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's kind
Now,
of rude.
how would I
That's
have
kinda
known
rude.
if I didn't bring this person to my
Serious
family? Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to bring you to my family in the first 6 months. Do you see? This is why sometimes it
Yeah,
takes a bit
but
long.
just if you're not seeing someone, just because you're not bringing them home for 6 months doesn't mean
You're not serious.
you can't be serious. Do you know what I mean? You can still have a relationship with someone and then show your family afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I think people, it's giving commitment issues. Do you know what I mean? Because
Deep in there.
Guys,
Why-
let's not put title on these things, man.
I didn't like.
I'm
It is
very-
commitment
I have
issues.
phobia of title.
But can I tell you something? yeah?
commitment.
Have you guys ever prayed the prayer?
What prayer?
Which prayer?
God, if he's not meant for me, leave. In 2 days,
that's one.
Gone.
He's gone.
I did that once.
Swear
I did that
down.
once, and
Holy
then like
Ghost
so
fire.
obviously I had my first ever boyfriend.
You did
obviously-
Holy Ghost fire.
not Holy Ghost fire. I just said, God, please, if it's your will, come. If it's not, let it go.
Okay.
And I did it again as well for the last person I dated too.
Hey,
but literally,
prayer
like I
warrior.
literally be like, okay, God, look, if it's not for, because sometimes when someone is stressing you, you're just like, you know what, God, yeah, look, if it's not for me, burn
Cut
it.
it.
Next, like. I think even that weekend, I was on my way to choir practice. I saw 2 pictures of him with another girl in Spain and Amsterdam.
Oh, just like that.
Just like
Spain
that.
and Amsterdam.
Spain and
Double
Amsterdam.
homicide.
Interrailing.
Literally. And then the other one, I said, oh, okay, God, look,
Next
listen.
time, Max
if
goes
it's-
to use condom fire to strike him.
I feel like, can I tell you something? One thing I've learned about human beings is that sometimes they will stay in something because it's comfortable. However, like, comfortability, when you're comfortable and you know you're supposed to be growing, but you stay here because you don't feel like. My problem was,
The table you're
I
shaking.
felt like I couldn't ever get a man.
Oh, oh, you.
I know before.
Did you grow
Hey.
You
No,
glowed
I
up,
was
you don't
cheap,
glow
Been
up.
like this. She's been like this.
So basically, like I'd stay with him because I didn't know I could get someone else.
Yeah.
I hear it. I
That
hear
thing-
it.
What
that
do you
thing
mean?
would
Yeah,
end.
Yeah. Why are you affirming so strongly?
Can you let the girl
Why
lie?
are you affirming so strongly?
You, I swear, I'm going to pray. They need to break your hand. No.
God forbid.
I see where Uzi's coming from. A girl is spilling her emotional thing.
This guy is affirming
No, I'm
strongly. Why
affirming
is he
because
so strong?
we have all been there.
No, we did Iboquino like together.
What, you
Yeah.
didn't affirm him? There was a time when you didn't know.
No,
you
I
could
didn't
get-
tell. No.
That's what she's saying. You're affirming strongly.
No, I can also hear because
But I'm
we've all
pretty
been
sure
heartbroken
everyone
in
has
different
dated
ways.
someone and realized that you actually deserved better than
Yeah,
what you
Yeah.
were
Some people
receiving
just
that
stay there because
time.
they think that's their better. But
Fact.
once you break out of that mindset, you realize, oh no, you can actually get better, and it been better.
Oh.
It gets
better.
it gets so better. So please leave him.
Leave him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Leave
Or
him.
her.
Or her.
Or they. Can we stay?
Or they. Or
All of them. All of them.
everybody. You can be left. In
You know what I
Jesus'
mean? Like,
name.
one thing that's helped me, I always say on the podcast, Jesus is enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes people feel like
Yeah.
they
Jesus
seek
is
worldly
enough.
things, like, do you know what I mean, to fulfillment, to fulfill things that
Yes,
really
yes,
are not going
yes,
to bring you
yes,
value
yes.
to the end of the day. But really, when they strip you down, it's going to be you and Jesus looking at each other like that. So you have to just be okay with that. And that's why the fertility rate is low, because Jesus is enough. But you can also adopt, though. You can adopt.
Hey, that's
do
not
you know
good.
what?
That is too strong. He said fertility rate is low because Jesus is enough.
Jesus is enough.
Like, or people,
Yo.
yeah.
It is God's will. God, you think God doesn't see the
Like,
fertility rate?
You can always like, if you're pursuing God, like, obviously, like, things will come, things will work for you. However, some people have just said, you know, yeah, I don't want any distractions. It's just me and God and Jesus.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that
Me
can be
and-
okay. And that's
Because
okay.
to speak to her point, let me speak for the man them.
Go on, yeah, speak for the man them.
Even us men, as you see me here, you see I'm Sukali.
Come on.
Sweet as the Haribo that
have
you've
dealt
eaten.
with you.
Huh? They have dealt with me.
Really?
To the point. A whole me.
The heartbreaker.
A whole me. You see-
original heartbreaker.
Where you see the hair? Even with this hair self.
growing it?
Oh, this is why you're growing.
That, but for real, I did get cheated on, and I also stayed because at the time you're thinking,
been
nah,
there.
this is the person for me.
Yeah.
I will never get better than this
Never get
person.
better. Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So I must stay here. But look at me now.
The teeth are way sir.
No, it's fine.
They're not looking at how
No.
they-
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this guy.
No, I think
I know the prayer I'll pray for you.
DT.
I didn't even say
DT.
that.
Today it's me. Today it's me.
No, don't say that. If you
I'm not gonna
finish that
finish
one, I'm
it.
gonna
No,
pour
not
that
this kind of one.
on
This
you.
kind of one won't happen to him. That's
I'm
why
gonna
he's
pour
laughing
that
like
one
No,
on
no,
you.
no,
Don't
it's-
say
been
that, that, man. You
No,
better
no,
allow
no,
this,
no,
man.
no. I'm not wishing bad on you. But you see the way you're making me. You see the way you're making me
So can't he
uncomfortable.
speak, preach. I know what you're talking about.
The way you're making me uncomfortable.
No, I'm
Today it's me.
No, just
But the point I'm trying to make, just to speak to her point, it
Yeah.
can happen to women, it can happen to men. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
what
trust
you
me.
look like, doesn't matter your status. You can get somebody that can discombobulate your whole confidence. Do you know what I mean? Where you just think, I'm not worthy, so let me stay here.
Yeah.
But you are worthy.
Yeah.
Because Jesus is enough.
Have
You
values,
are
man.
worthy. What's that song? Now somebody back me up.
I don't know what you're singing.
We don't know what you're singing.
But we get the
it's for God,
sentiment.
though. It's not for human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get the sentiment.
But like values
shut
are
up.
important though in this case. Though.
Yeah.
That's why like I don't. Someone asked me, right? Would you date a man with no values but was extremely rich, or like a man with values but he was 50-50? And obviously because of the way I look, he goes, "Oh, you can't even be with 50-50." Da da da. But however, like a man with no values will use you, will pimp you out. Do you hear the story
You didn't
about?
answer that question.
No, obviously I said.
Glazing over.
She would rather date a man with values than
No,
50-50.
Okay. I obviously would. I value
Choose the
value. I
yeah,
value
the
people with value. So I'm obviously gonna choose the 50-50.
50-50
However, like
value.
obviously this is not a real case scenario. But like the reason why I'm not going with a millionaire with no values is because do you hear about the story about this wife that found out her husband was pimping her out.
Yes,
he drug her
in France. Yes,
Yeah.
That's
very
a man with
bad.
no values. How can
Very
you
bad.
drug?
I would say
Sorry, trigger
the
warning.
roots
But
of where people make their money is very important.
do you know what I mean? Like what their value? Like you have to ask people what they can also lie. So you have to really see their character. But values is very important.
Okay, can I just segue outside of relationships before we wrap up? Because there is another thought of school of thought,
Okay.
not from me, from others,
Okay.
that the rise in women empowerment, feminism, women just doing well, becoming more successful is also another
Climbing
reason
ladders.
that the fertility rate is falling, because women now obviously are focused on their careers, focused on their businesses. You know, you women can start selling lashes today, tomorrow you're millionaires somehow.
But the next thing, you know what? Let's see. Lash business, house keys.
Dangling.
Lash business, house dangling.
It's lucrative.
Look at it.
They're making money.
Do you agree that that could also be a reason why women are not having children anymore?
100%.
Yeah.
Me as a female, I'm hyper independent. I'm learning how to
Allow a
depend
man.
on men
Still
and
okay,
allow a
she's
man.
learning small.
I'm learning very, very small, but I think it's just in regards to the way that I grew up and just watching how my mom dealt with everything. So she's like instilled in me to have my own.
Have your own.
Go to school. I work in pharmaceutical science.
I'm on now.
So it's like, do I give a heck about pharmaceutical science? No. But you know what pharmaceutical science does? It pays my
your
bills.
bills.
And it's
Okay.
paying me very, very well. So it's given me a space that if, God forbid, anything happens in the future, if I am married and let's say the man leaves, or even, God forbid it, I rebuke it.
God forbid.
But let's say he passes, at least I
Hey.
have built enough generational wealth for myself and
Yeah.
to be able to take care of my kids.
Yeah.
To be able to break generational curses
Amen.
for my own kids' kids.
Yeah.
So I think a
It takes
lot of
time.
us
It's gonna take
have
some
that
time.
mindset
Does
now,
take time.
and it's not gonna happen in your
But
20s.
I think in the workplace, anyways, there's such a stigma on mums, anyways. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've worked in corporate since I was 18. Literally on my 18th birthday, I started my first corporate job.
Okay.
And yeah, sure.
Come on now.
But I've literally like grew up in corporate, and I'm still very career focused. And I've come back from maternity leave maybe like nearly 3 months ago. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean? And I'm in work, and I'm like, I went from seeing my child every day, like 24 hours a day. Do you know what I mean? And I took it so much for granted. And then my partner is doing the morning with her because I have to be in work early. Do you know what I mean? And I got to the point where I wasn't seeing her in the morning, and I was seeing her for like half an hour
When you get
in the
home, yeah.
evening. And everyone would be like, why don't you just say it? Like, why don't you see if you can like get earlier hours? But the time when I start saying I need less hours because of my child will be the time I will not progress in my career. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's that balance of how do I become like the best version of myself for my child, but also spend time with my child.
Yeah.
I just got a new job. I work from home.
wow.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's all
come
good.
on.
It's all good. Do you know what I mean? But like, I was working in the corporate events industry anyway, so it was going to be long hours. I'm moving more into a finance role, so I'm definitely excited
Money
for that.
woman.
But it's like you got to make those changes, and it's like when you're very career focused, like I was blessed that this happened, and like I'm going down the path that I need to go down right now, but not everybody can
Gets that
afford
chance.
that. Do you
Yeah.
get me? Like, I was very blessed. I'm very thankful for it all, and yeah, it's juggling both of them because then
Yeah, no,
to your
also-
point, there's two tribunal cases that I've seen where women were fired for going. So a woman came into a company, she was there 3 months, got pregnant, obviously went on maternity leave. By the time she came back, she told her boss that, oh, by the way, I'm pregnant.
Again.
So then he then made her redundant and used the excuse of restructuring. But then the tribunal found, no, actually, your company was doing well. You were making profit. There was actually no reason to make her redundant. It's just
They
the
just
fact
wanted to
that
get rid of her.
you felt like she was getting maternity leave again. So I do understand from a woman's standpoint, just even being pregnant in a workplace, the stigma that can bring.
Yeah, depending
Yeah.
on your career as well. Like when I was in secondary school, I had this art teacher that she was never around for like 2-3 years.
See?
Because she used to
Because
have
she would
babies.
perfectly time having her babies within the school year.
Yeah.
So then she then have maternity
Longer.
leave in the school
Teachers do
year,
that.
and then
The
summer holidays
holiday.
she was off. She'd come back see her for a month, and boom.
Some people
Yeah.
play the game very
Yeah, but even with women though, we're a biological clock. You men don't have to deal with that.
I do
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
I do hear that.
No,
No.
don't say that.
No, 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 no,
Wait,
no, no,
no, DT.
No,
Don't say
compared to
that,
us.
though. DT.
Compared to you guys don't go
loves
through.
Haribo. And
But you guys don't have to go through menopause.
You don't go
DT,
through menopause,
my
you
granddad
go
had a
through
kid at
early
72.
menopause.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Ah,
Like,
but
yeah.
shy will bear you be wow
What?
I am in the baby. Listen,
What's
your
all this?
your family, yeah. I don't know, man. You
I
lot
don't know.
are
There's
anomaly.
something. There's a special manure for you guys.
72.
Your
You
family
guys,
is
what is it? That
We-
Grandma
we-
had a kid at 72.
yeah, people are
What's
different.
that actor's name?
Which one now?
Oh, I know the one you're talking
Is it
about.
Al Pacino? Al Pacino? What's
Yeah,
his name?
yeah. I think it is Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it not?
Al Pacino.
Yeah, they just
that
kid.
was like
Yeah.
80, 90
Even Rod
something.
Stewart as well,
Yeah.
singer. Yeah,
That is
we have super
crazy.
sperm.
But you see, all of them are having kids with women much younger.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like
yeah.
part of the reason why fertility rate is also like dropping, and a lot of women are having kids, is if you've chased your career for all your 20s, your eggs, what is it? Something like 75% of your eggs are gone.
Yeah.
by then.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact is. Dust.
Wow.
Dust.
Said win.
We
Every
have
time
and you can
you
freeze
take
your
a
eggs.
plane.
The egg release.
You know
microwave, radiation, all
Yeah.
these things.
done.
Sweat.
So literally, like when a woman is born, she's born with the amount of eggs that she will have her entire life. So
Yeah.
the most
So you
eggs a
can't
woman
even
has.
use the egg.
No, the most
You're born with it.
eggs a woman has is while she's actually still in her mom's womb.
Because even when you
fighting
have a
shots.
girl, baby girls can have a period.
Babies.
Baby girls, yeah, when they're first born, they can have a period.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
know
You learn
about that.
something new every day.
Yeah,
What? Sorry, as in all or just some?
some like
It
it's
can
just,
happen.
like yeah, some yeah.
Really?
So yeah, the older we're getting, the less
Okay,
eggs
so
we're having
just
over
quickly
time.
to you guys, what age do you think is that prime? Like, I know obviously there's no like one for everyone, but
Yesterday.
if you'd say
No, she's not joking.
what
She
age
wants
would
children
you-
yesterday.
I know, but I'm saying, what age would you think is a good time to start?
25.
25.
That's what my aunt.
I started at 24, so like
If
I
world
think
was perfect,
the prime
like, if
age
world was
24.
perfect, it was,
Yeah,
you know,
25.
okay, 25. Let's just go.
But I
If the
want
world was perfect, 25.
By 25, my nan had 10 kids.
wow.
What?
Yeah,
I don't want to be like your nan. Shout out to her.
So when she started at 15,
I
Start
need
at
to see your
16.
family tree, fam.
fair play.
Yeah, big man. I've got 16
But let's
siblings.
be honest, a
so-
lot of
Six,
them-
yeah,
grandparents
remember.
Okay,
back in
not
the-
25,
they're
like-
starting like 15.
Yeah, they're starting young.
They start
27,
young.
27.
Even in the UK back in the day, yeah,
I don't
the
think-
days of the kings, the
Yeah.
Tudors, they used to have kids.
They
As
did.
soon as you drop your
Because there's no
period, you have to have
contraception.
kids.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
way it was back
Crazy.
then,
I don't
which is
think there's an
crazy.
age. I think it matters on maturity and financial stability.
Yeah.
Don't bring a child into the
But if
world
it
that you
didn't,
can't
let's say,
raise.
because
So you don't
I
think there's
answered
an
like
age?
as in it didn't matter.
Because I don't think it's age. Because
Well,
you
you lot
can-
saying something about egg now that poofs.
no. See,
There's no age.
eggs do play a factor
eggs
into
down.
it. But you
Put
can
the
meet
eggs
a
down.
25-year-old who's mentally not mature and who should not be bringing a child
Yeah.
into this world.
Okay, man.
But the
Yeah.
problem now,
No,
okay,
Roz, let's say everything was perfect.
Yeah,
What
what
age
age?
would you have a
Yeah.
kid at?
When you're ready to.
But let's say you
Whether
can't,
everything
let's
is
say
perfect.
obviously it's between. Okay,
See media
let's say
training.
for example, like you can't. Let's say obviously when your eggs die, what's
Yeah, so what's gonna happen now?
50 depends on you, right?
It
Let's say
depends.
it's then, like 60.
When it comes
So when-
to hormones and it comes to fertility, it's not a play-by-play, age by age.
Yeah.
Some girls have their periods when they're 9. Some girls have their periods when they're 16. Some
Yeah.
reach menopause in their early 30s.
Yeah,
some
the
reach it
aunties told
in
us
their
that.
50s and 60s.
Roz, when would you wanna have kids if
Just
the
you,
world was
Roz.
perfect?
Me, as
And
you are.
that's-
When
not
you're
right
ready.
now, when I'm ready.
No, okay, sis.
Oh, she said.
When are you ready?
It's getting serious.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
listen,
this
listen,
pressure.
I said if the world was perfect, my career was everything was perfect.
The man was
27, I said,
perfect.
that's where I'd like it.
What age?
When would you like it? What age? Because she does this guy.
man.
I don't think
I
we're gonna get
genuinely
an answer.
don't. I genuinely
Can I
don't.
ask a question?
Go on.
And you don't have to answer
Go
if you
on,
don't want to.
answer.
But you see how you guys proper like you want children inside marriage, yeah? God forbid. Would there be a time where you'd be willing to be flexible on that? Like, let's say if you didn't have that marriage by 35, would you now say, okay, maybe let's have kids out wedlock?
I have a friend who said when she was
I said I don't know if I can answer this one.
Yeah,
she's exempt.
Are you
I'm not
married?
married. Not married.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, you know, she already
Okay, no,
started-
for my two sisters here then.
That's a good question. Steph.
Damn.
I never thought about that.
See, oh gosh. Oh, that's
You don't have to
a hard
answer.
one.
Actually,
I've seen many
So-
women reduce their bow.
the IVF thing, innit?
IVF,
IVF,
is there. There's
oh, okay.
adoption there.
Yeah, there's adoption.
There's so many ways
Isn't
of
there
having
a way
kids.
that you can freeze your eggs as well?
You can,
IVF.
and
It's
it's better off for you to do it in your
That's also
early
why fertility
20s.
rates are low.
Yeah.
Like these freezing eggs come expensive.
But that's what people are doing. They're
But
freezing
get
their
health
eggs and they're
insurance.
having them in
You keep thinking
the
that's your
mid
kind of
30s.
fridge you keep in your house. There.
No.
They're different kind of
Chirophrase.
fridge.
No,
Fridge.
No, it's like It's
that
like-
one is a freeze up one.
Some like
Yeah,
minus
it's not for
28
heads.
degrees. But health insurance is so important for this.
Yeah.
Like in Ireland, we're very, very lucky with our healthcare. I think if you're someone who's having fertility problems, our healthcare system will actually help you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
even
okay.
here.
In the NHS.
I think in the NHS you have to be trying for a year and never, and
Yeah,
you
but
both
there
have to
must
be
be a wait
childless.
time though,
You both
no?
have to be childless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's certain like that.
I think I would do IVF. However, like
No, but
It's not the-
outside marriage though.
Just saying
Yeah.
outside marriage.
oh, but like you
Like-
donors, no?
If the-
But that's
you
still
can do
not married
donors.
though.
No, like let's say
Yeah.
like
What
if
age
the
would
guy
you-
No,
Like,
she's saying, would
already
you
would
have
you-
a
would you
kid
check?
Outside
of
marriage. If you're not, if
Yeah,
it's,
she
I would have a
but-
kid, but I'm definitely not having a second kid outside of marriage.
oh,
Oh, you have one.
One.
And after
I'm
that,
definitely.
now we have to get married.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
is he watching? Will he be watching?
Yes, he's watching.
He's watching.
Yeah, can you look in a?
That's your
I know.
She said she don't
Oh,
think she
I
can.
don't think I can. Obviously, like
She's part
things
of the
happen or
choir
whatever,
group.
but like
Oh,
Oh, choir group. What?
You're in church, innit?
How did you know?
Which one is it? Which
I
one
actually
is
play the
it?
piano.
Is it?
How
What's the name?
It's called our
Keyboardist.
Redeem.
Redeem.
does Redeem even allow
You guys
IVF?
do a lot of night vigil. A lot of night vigil now.
But I feel like they'd rather me like adopt
Okay,
than no.
Have
But
a
I'm
child
not
out there.
adopting them. I'm not adopting because of them. Do you know what I mean?
but yeah.
like there's kids that need homes. In
Yeah,
their-
100%. I agree with that.
I think I'd rather do that to be honest. Yeah.
Wow.
So just that I want to be able to raise someone with the love I have. One of the reasons why like I want kids is because I feel like I do have a lot of love in me that needs to go into a child.
Yeah.
Sometimes have you ever like given someone love and they just slapped it? They said nah.
Every day.
They say nah. But a kid will never say nah. The
Kids
kid
will do that too. Kids will do that too.
However, like,
okay.
When they don't get what they want.
Do you not see the way her baby size eyes us?
yeah, but like obviously a kid still needs love as in
I hear it.
patience,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
kindness.
true.
They need time. Like you
But I
just
feel
need
like when it's your kids, like you know, when they do that to you, you still continue to give it to them, though.
Oh, yeah.
But do you feel
I
like
think it's
the
different
same
from an
way
adult.
if you've like
because kids don't know. Adults know. Well, unless they're ignorant and they're not knowledgeable.
yeah.
So basically, what you're saying, that is a hard line. It's marriage or nothing.
No, I like
No,
Yeah, no, I love that.
Everyone
That's
should
what I
have
want.
their-
Because the
No,
world tries to
I
deceive
think
you.
accidents
She did
happen,
well,
and
you did well in
I'm
your career.
at
doing
an
alright.
age where an accident happen, I keep it.
You mean accidents that are
she
even
did well in her
premeditated?
career.
Yeah, premeditated accidents.
Sometimes accidents
Those are
happen.
accidents.
But
No, I
see,
respect it. I
I'm
hear
at
it.
that age. My mom has even told me, she's like, "Yeah, one day, oh, if it happens,
Oh,
just
yeah, one
keep
day.
it." Yeah, that's my Yoruba name. Yeah. So yeah, my mom tells me all the time.
Let me tell you something here.
Yes, sir.
I like you. I come from a family of stepmoms, sisters, stepsisters, all that stuff. Well, I don't like using the word step. Everyone's my sister.
Yeah, no, I'm tied
yeah.
with my step siblings as well.
I hear you. So I also didn't want to raise my child in that chaos. Trust me, if anyone that knew me, like pre-uni, I was a lover boy. I want to get married. I don't want the kids outside red. I don't want to be like my. I
guy's a lover
don't want to be
boy,
like.
for
I don't want to be like my dad. That was my headline. Every day I look in the mirror. Don't be like your dad. Don't be like your dad. Don't like. Do you know what I mean? Then sadly, someone's daughter
As life would plan it.
came and just discombobulated everything.
That
All the
happens.
plans you had.
That happens.
all the plans I had,
Mental.
and I'm not trying to project because I made a decision. I did what I did, you know, all the cheating and all that stuff. But I'm just saying that it stemmed from somewhere. That my villain story, what they say, villain origin story. And then I just said, you know what, to hell with the marriage thing. I'm gonna have kids because I want to have children. You know what I mean? Whether I'm married or not, it became less of a priority because then I realized that even the marriage, I don't even think I really wanted the marriage. I just wanted to not be like my
Look at the
dad.
banger.
No, do you get what I'm saying? Like I thought that maybe if my dad was married, he wouldn't be like the way he was. But then I realized marriage is not what makes the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
true.
Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Me, that have been a pussy all my life. I've been manhandled the most. They have dealt with me more than everybody.
No.
Don't feel sorry for me. I'm okay now.
This guy here.
He's healed.
He was a good guy. He was a good
I'm
guy.
okay now. Don't feel
He's a
sorry
good
for
guy.
me.
He's a
I'm
good guy.
G now. I rise above the waters.
Rise like a phoenix, Abby.
And even though we're laughing, like I want man them to understand
no,
that.
no,
No,
like,
I just want man them to
we've been through
understand
the
that even someone like Uzi, who everyone feels like he's a joker, he's been through it with someone's
This guy here,
daughter.
My friend lost weight.
Do you know what? Breakups are the best diets.
No, not for women, but no men.
No, I lost like 10 kg in 2 weeks. I was not
You see
sleeping.
this place here?
Nah.
Hey, you can drink cereal from inside this place here.
I don't think you understand. He lost mad weight. He lost mad weight, bro. He lost mad.
That's so funny.
You know how bad it was?
It was.
I went to my local corner shop. He said, "Are you sick or what?" Bro,
Bossman.
Bossman, you know.
Yeah,
Bossman
Bossman.
used to see me.
Bossman.
Bossman said, "Brother,
Crazy.
are you sick or what?"
He said, "What's happening?" He said, "What's happening?"
You really don't be eating, you don't be sleeping.
Wait.
Nothing.
I feel
Like,
like
just chase money.
Hello.
No, I want women to understand that
Hello.
you guys are almost, and this is gonna sound mad, but stay with me now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like because of what we've been through from the past, men with misogyny, it's almost become like you're kind of used to it, even though it's wrong.
Oh, like heartbreak, men being
Yeah, heartbreak, and women are used to like it happens. If you
Women
go,
can therefore take it.
I remember the first time
Yeah.
my
I take it, though.
sister went and told my nan that her man cheated, and my nan said, "So what? Even Diana got cheated on. And she's a whole princess. Who are you?" Like it's normal. But when men get cheated on, bro, a whole world.
Shatter.
You can just walk in front of a boss without even knowing.
Big man thing. You don't
See the
eat.
big red boss, you will see it.
You don't sleep. Nothing.
Your
So I
life
hear
just
why.
flash before your eyes.
Because it's not normal to us, even though it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, it's wrong. It's just not normal to us. That's why we're like babies.
Yeah.
Whereas you'd be like, okay, you cheated. I'm going to break your windows. I'm going to do this.
You know,
Not even-
I always say it's like like the chess, like where you have the king and you have the castle, like you have all of that. It's like when you get cheered on, it's like you've been defeated.
You've lost the
Like,
queen.
Yeah,
So how did he slip out my finger?
They're selling the good.
The queen that's
The
beside
queen.
you. She's
She's
on
on
the
the
against all you.
It is finished.
She's on the other side.
To be honest with you, I feel like everyone is feeling. We've all felt heartbreak, right?
Yeah.
It's what you
except
do
for me.
after.
Nah, man.
Apparently, yeah.
My own. I feel like my childhood trauma.
If there's a heart in there.
God
Yeah.
looked at me and said, "Ha."
Let me spare this guy.
I don't know how much more. You will die. I feel like that's why.
Yeah.
This guy.
You gotta say you need to man
But
up.
the problem that I have is that, okay, we've all gone through heartbreak, break, right? So why do men decide, let me continue to add atarudo to this girl's
Hot
room?
people now.
Yeah.
No, but the babes are also hurt too, but we're not
Spice
hurting you.
milk, extra spice.
I won't lie.
Not always. Majority of the time.
I started from somewhere now.
Yeah,
Now,
because we have to
women,
learn
if
from
go
you
out now,
guys.
women are now acting like man them. Women are telling you, I'm gonna go and get the get back. Have you not seen who saw that video?
But just deep
Like-
it, women are acting like mandem. So do you hear? We are literally copying what we're seeing
Yeah.
to get it back.
And that is the problem. You people have overthrown us.
Because what women do it
No,
better.
no. Because honestly speaking, you people have overthrown us. Yeah? The other day, I had a few people talking. They said they are not even booking male DJs anymore now. The market has been, women are carrying turntable, left, right, center.
Bro, why
They are
would
not
you
booking men.
go and pay to go clubbing, yeah, to go and watch a man DJ? Where the women now, they wear bikinis now.
They even dance for
Women-
you.
And they'll be dancing. They're pouring water on them. Someone is splashing water on them. Bikinis, all
Wait.
of that. Which one would you go to?
She even leaves the deck, comes and round the front, and gives you like a dance.
Brother, come on, they're making it like a whole, they take it to another level.
And the man just there, chicky, fake news.
Nah, man,
I'm seeing women now. I'm seeing women now carry gimbal with camera. They are filming.
Go
They are
ahead.
booking them. Men,
It don't
in the
work
next-
no more. But men,
So it's back to what I'm saying. Very soon we'll be stay at home.
Bro. Listen, it's
That's
not
We'll be
so
stay at
funny,
home.
man.
That's what it will be.
women
very
are
soon.
running things now, bro.
Actually,
I'm telling you.
Can I ask the
We
question?
run the
actually?
world.
Go
It's
ahead.
in my notes, real quick. How much time do I have?
No, go.
Ask,
Go ahead. You ask the
Is there a
question.
difference between building character and actually suffering, or are they the same?
Character building and suffering.
Suffering.
Ooh, that's a very good
Is it the
question.
same? I personally feel like
Oh,
you
that's a
can't
good
build.
question, you
You
know.
can't build character
Without
Without
suffering.
without suffering,
Yeah.
and you can't suffer and then not build character. Because
Yeah.
my perfect example is the gym. Men go to the gym. I'll just use men for example because it's just more of a vivid example. Men go to the gym. They now push. They chose to go to the gym first of all. However, way they got their bicycle or walking, they're now lifting heavy weights over their head. So their muscle can break.
Come on now.
Because obviously, when the muscle breaks, they now drink protein, so the muscle can expand. So basically, I looked up
you
what
understand the
suffering means.
science.
Yeah, I looked up suffering, and it was like hardship, distress,
Yeah.
and pain. You're going into the gym to do hardship, distress,
Stress and
and pain by choice. That's suffering.
That's right.
But then it's
This
also
is-
building.
Wait,
Yeah, but
it's
it's also building character because like now you're in your 9 to 5 work. You have like 30 minutes to finish a project, and you're like, you don't know, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Like so, it's like a.
You're
do you
able
know what I
to
mean?
tolerate more.
You learn
100%.
discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah.
It builds character. So I think you have to suffer to build
I
character.
totally understand. That's why I say, okay, like these lot would tell me like, yo, what, like I work hard, like you're a workaholic, you're doing boom, boom, boom. And then I always say like a lot of it is built from my childhood because I went through so much as a child. So to me, this is nothing. I don't know if my point makes sense. What I'm doing now,
Yeah, I get
but
you.
everybody looks at it like, oh shit, you're doing the most.
We feel the exact same way.
But I'm
with
like,
our
brother,
podcast.
I grew up doing way worse than this. So
Yeah.
for me, this is nothing.
it's not even- I'm not even there yet.
used to doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you can say it's suffering, but on the ground, I'm able to get so much more done. And I've always just believed like, again, there is no, everything in life is a yin yang and it goes hand in hand. You cannot truly experience one without the other.
Yeah.
Like, yes, like, you know, you can be born into a rich, wealthy family and you don't do nothing all your life. What then is the true, how does that feel? How do you feel? You never be able to feel like somebody like me, let's say, that was able to go and make something like dig a ground and get water out of that. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Be able to get something out of absolutely nothing. The feeling that brings, that might be tiny on the grand scheme of what you have, but what that gives me, you never be able to experience that. So that's just how I see it, innit? Yes, I feel like definitely. So I agree with your point.
Suffering is.
That question was so deep. I'm still trying to process it.
You're still cutting.
I'm still cutting because it's like.
It's so.
So what was the question again? Say
So
again.
basically, like, is suffering and building character the same, or can they exist without each other?
But I think you have to suffer to build character.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But like, obviously, that's
Yeah,
my
that's
point.
your
But like,
example,
do
yeah.
you think? Let's say, can someone disagree and be like, no, you don't need to suffer.
I wanted to disagree, but I can't. You know.
Yeah.
No,
I
think
wouldn't
that's
be
what
who I
happens.
am without all the suffering that I went through.
Sorry, bro.
You know, I lost my mum when I was 6,
Pour him a
right?
cup. Sorry.
No, not even that. What I mean though, I lost my mum when I was 6, and then I lived in so many different houses that people call me refugee, right?
Wow.
And I think to myself, I can't tell if this wow
All
is.
these times.
No, like
She
I
went
know.
through a lot, so she's feeling your pain.
No, like refugee. I just think that considering what you've gone through, for someone to
Yeah.
even joke about something like that, that's mad.
crazy.
Throughout my life, even they used to call me Cinderfella. Because in those houses that I'd be in, I'd be the one doing the housework. Yeah, they'd call me. But
But you didn't wear no glass shoes. Like,
You need to stop that.
sorry, you don't have
these
no
are the people
glass
you're talking about, the ones that make jokes.
Oh my
Nah, but for
God.
real.
Sorry, right now, there's no room for.
Yeah.
We don't give room.
And this is why you guys don't do.
Cinderella.
And this is why you guys don't deal with heartbreak properly.
Yes.
Literally, and this is why you need women because we're actually empathetic.
I always say something to you.
that's
In life,
mad,
it's
bro.
either you cry or you laugh.
Of course, but
Yeah.
still
The heartbreak
cry.
I
You can
deal
do
with
both
these
as well.
guys.
You
Yeah.
say the
You don't
same
laugh, you
shit.
cry.
Yeah, that's
She
what
said
they
the
do.
same
You
shit.
can do both.
Do you know the heartbreak I deal with this guy?
Oh, please. Let me land my plane anyway.
Let
Yes,
Lanny say,
Sorry,
let Lanny
sorry,
say.
So the point was, I always wonder what would my life have been if my mum was still here.
Yeah.
But then I also feel
Fair
like,
question.
nah, the suffering I went through made me who I am.
Yeah.
Facts.
The character that I've built, the resilience that I've built, I feel like I needed it.
Yeah.
So although I wish I didn't have to go through the suffering, I don't think I could have got here without it.
Yeah. Diamonds need pressure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So
You
your
learn from
question,
your lessons.
We have to learn.
your question really touched me. I'm not gonna lie.
Every time I've had a heartbreak or a man has disappointed me or something in my life, I made sure I glowed up.
Yeah.
I made sure that like I'm better than when I came into the situation.
Yeah.
I have to because they can never get the last laugh.
This one, you're sounding like how many have you
because
had? They say it's very frequent.
You know,
Of the,
it's
when
so-
they talk about
How many-
I've been
wait,
down,
how many-
I've
wait,
been- they always talk about man breaking
Let's
your
do
heart.
your own session. How many heartbreaks have you had?
It's not many heartbreaks. Like it's friends and guys. You know what I mean? And life
yeah.
We've been
experience.
betrayed by friends.
Oh, friendship heartbreaks are crazy,
See,
bro.
People get a lot of that mad, innit?
Friendship heartbreaks. Luckily, I've not had too many of them. But for me, it's like this is where we're a little bit different. I say me and Demi are very, very similar. But it's like you say you glow up. When it comes to like my heartbreaks, it's just you're never going to get me to that point you had me ever again. No one will ever get me to that point. That last guy that I said I dated, like he fucked up quite early on, and then when I forgave him, and when he fucked up the second time, there was no tears this time. I didn't even
Just
tell my
cold.
friends.
That's scary.
Didn't even tell my
Scared
friends.
of you. This, even this look is very
scary.
No, but it
This
just
should
built a
not be your
resilience in
HR.
me. It built a resilience in me where I was
Yeah.
kind of like, no man can ever get me to that point of
Yes.
the way I cried over you again. I've done it once. There's no need for me to repeat it again. And now I've also learned the signs that if someone treats me like this, ever again, I'm gonna step out hella quick. There won't be no second time.
Right.
Because I think I said to you one time, and I was like, when people hurt you, that's on them. When people disrespect you, that's on you.
Wow.
You allowed it.
Bars.
Banang.
Yeah.
That's true, and that's why you have to learn the lessons.
Sometimes you have to learn that lesson for resilience. So that's why no man can
Yeah,
ever
resilience.
break me the way those other two again.
Unless it's a new break, like strategic, it was new. That
I don't even know what
levels
kind of
of
new
why
break.
you didn't
Yeah.
I think the new break would actually have to be.
Bros, I'm kind of excited. What kind of
The new break would have to be you were married and you had a kid on me.
I think.
When you get to that level, you're looking
I'm
for
telling you.
like somebody try me this.
I'm telling you.
I think
I'm ready.
if you want to see a new level, date a Ugandan man. He will break you in a nice way.
No.
You say, yeah, you got me.
My resilience.
In a nice way.
It's true, you know. You
No,
can't
no,
prepare for another try.
No, the resilience. I have the resilience.
it built character,
The
basically.
resilience I have for myself, and also the lessons of the things that I've seen my mom go through.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, so there's
Nah, it
certain
won't
cycles
happen to
that
you.
I will not repeat.
Yeah.
Like, I refuse
100%.
to repeat it.
I think you have to reflect on all your hardships.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like once you get to that reflection, you can then move past it. Do you know what I mean? Like you can learn from your lessons. Do you know what I mean? And like lessons, blessings, whatever. I think reflection is key in all of life.
100%. You can't, yeah.
Okay, you know we've had a very, very deep episode. I wanted to end on a bit of a quick high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shots.
Just to I want us to go around and each give a song that you like that you'd get judged for singing.
I like that. I'll get judged for
Yeah.
singing.
I think I have one.
Yeah, if man them heard that you listen to that song, they'd be like, yo, bro.
Yeah, why'd you have to bring this?
Just to end on a high.
like to always embarrass the man them.
Hi.
I want us to end the episode on
That I
a...
get judged for.
You go first, said you already
I
have
got
one.
great
Yeah,
music
basically, like
They
the only
must-
reason why I feel like people will judge me on it, they'll think like I'm a knackers. Do you know what I mean? But I just like
You're
it's called
what?
so someone that knacks a lot.
What's that knack?
Like a knacker.
And I
Is
still
that what
want
you call
knack.
it?
Knackers.
No, I
Knacker.
think who said? I think
My
it
neck,
was.
my back, but I still want knock.
Oh my God, stop it.
They will think of it, but that's not it. I just actually like the song. Like I like the beat. It's
Have
called
you noticed
Ben-
during knocking, all your pain goes away? The lower part, everything.
It's the hormones.
The blood is flowing into the
It's the
area that-
adrenaline.
No.
It's the adrenaline.
This back was hurting last
The
week.
same-
can't remember.
Bro, if you have adrenaline, like getting hit by the bus, yeah,
Bro.
it's this. You don't feel it until
Adrenaline is crazy.
The back will be doing acrobatics
Yeah.
with the matty.
I had a friend's brother who got hit by a double-decker bus in London.
Jesus
Didn't feel
Christ.
it. ran over his leg, crushed it.
Why?
I love how...
No, it was just as he was crossing the street, the car hit him.
No, but then why did you not feel it?
No, the
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline,
He sat there and he
Yeah.
didn't cry.
I love how one
Yeah.
question leads us somehow...
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
some-
We're very interesting people, guys.
That's how you know
I'm
that.
joking.
you guys are
Sorry,
too
real
bad.
quick. I was just like,
Matthew,
please
Matthew,
allow me,
what's
allow
your
me.
own?
You know
Go
that meme, yeah, where like the guy said, if someone cut their leg off, how are they gonna feel the pain? What do you mean, bro? Like they cut the leg off, but but how's he gonna feel the pain?
cut their
He can't
leg
feel
off.
the leg off. He can't feel the pain because the leg is off.
Wait, that one is confusing.
But there's phantom pain. You can still
Oh,
imagine
okay.
it.
Yeah. I get
but
it
yeah,
now.
it's just funny. I just had to. That's what reminded me of that song. But
okay.
anyways, my song is Baychester.
Which one is
Who's
Baychester?
that?
That's why. That's you're judging me.
Baychester.
Should I play a little bit?
Yeah, go on. Can we wait? I'll look like 2
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds. Let me
10
put it-
seconds. 10 seconds quickly.
It's a big tune.
Okay, that's another-
But who would judge you for that?
You know,
Yeah,
No one else
obviously,
judge you for
obviously,
that.
like the
You
lyrics
better
are very
off
like vulgar.
Nah,
like,
bruv.
you're my freak for the
Does your church
weekend.
people know you listen to this song?
By the
No,
way,
They don't
I just
know.
play gospel in the church on Sunday.
nah.
Do the piano version of that would be nice.
Do you have a
Listen,
song?
the chorus is the same.
I've got too many.
Just one. If you could sing, it would be better.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
Like, so I love musicals.
Okay.
So yeah, like I grew up in a theater family, so
Okay.
musicals, any song from The Sound of Music, Grease. But one song, John Denver, Country Roads. You know that song? Country Roads, take me home to the place
Yes.
I belong, West Virginia, country mama.
I don't even know I knew that
Take
song.
me home.
That's a tune.
That is dope.
That's a good song.
Oh, I
Do you have
should've-
one?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't get judged on none of them.
Oh.
A song.
Oh, sorry. Great musical taste.
I really do though.
All right, shall I give you mine? Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Uzi and DT, please load up.
You're so.
You lot are gonna judge me, but I want to set the scene. Yeah.
You're so serious.
I was very heartbroken
Oh, that one.
I was very heartbroken. This was the top of my playlist. I don't know if you don't know it. You might be too young, but it's...
Damn.
It must have been love,
But it's over now. It must have been love,
but I lost it somehow. It must have been love. Hey,
But it's
that
over
track.
now.
Nah,
That's a
but as a
banger.
man,
That's a banger.
As a man, I can't be singing that. But bro, I sing that song. Reminds me of how it got me through my heartbreak.
Damn.
Oh.
Just accepting my.
I don't know if I can talk about my own though.
Come on, it's a safe space.
Just on.
I don't think I have any, you know.
I don't have a
Yeah, I
bad
don't
song.
like girls. It's just hard.
Okay, do you not listen to any like white people music?
You're gonna say if you said white people music, we have that.
No, but obviously I don't know if you'd be judged for it. That's the
No,
thing.
no, I'm you
I
know,
won't be
my
judged.
thing straight
Good mu-
Afrobeats, straight Afrobeats,
I hear it.
drills, drilling.
I feel like I would probably be
Okay.
judged
Go
for
on,
Justin Bieber. Like I know his first 4 albums word for word back to back.
Jesus
Baby.
Yeah, no, like I
What
had
about
a-
Akon?
I wouldn't judge you for Akon.
Can I tell you
love
something?
Akon.
I wouldn't judge you for Akon.
One thing that you would judge me on is because I know the first part of the 10-11 Next Up song by Diggity.
I wouldn't judge you for that.
Really?
That's his fashion. He's okay.
I would be like, hey,
That's
shawty.
gangsta fashion.
That's gangster,
Gangsta.
baby.
For
My
Buckle,
one,
Josie
yeah.
Five, sorry.
What's your one?
Go on, do it. Go on, let's hear it.
Go on, Drill
Come
Demi.
on.
If you are
Drill
watching,
Demi is back in the building.
Come
Go
on.
I have my.
What do you
so
call it?
I have-
Drill Demi?
Drill Demi.
Drill
We
Demi.
did it. We had like this battle of karaoke
And she
with like
killed it.
podcasts, and that's what she did.
Okay, come, Joe Demi.
Road with pucks and Joe's 3-5 and scores one man if you want that. Don't talk about you ain't on that. Come back, cheese go feel like God. With that shit, don't stop till I lock that. Heard there's a mash and show my cup that. Baby abuses, yeah, that's it.
You like bad boy? You like bad boy?
Yeah.
I
Bad
like
girl.
that song. Can I tell you something? Once I stopped listening to the Afro beats, like the lovey ones, I started listening to Gunna.
Hey.
Gunna.
I started chasing money. Like I
No, she
started being in
listens
my
to men
bag.
music.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like Gunna.
You don't know.
Yeah,
Ghana is
Gunna's
too
the
Or
sick.
Drake.
I don't. Nobody
Nah,
can
no,
stain
Drake.
Gunna's
Pussy and
name.
Millions. That'll get you up at 6 a.m. to go and
Nah,
taste the bag.
Drake don't wake me up in the morning. Gunna, yeah.
No.
Did you do yours quickly so we can end the
Yeah.
episode?
Okay.
Phil Collins. One more night.
Can you sing
One
it?
Sing it.
more night. Give me just one.
But no one's, you guys are just
This is really showing your
A
age.
million.
I don't even know what song they are
Oh,
singing.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mix it for you, DT.
No one is judged to the same.
No, but DT, I wouldn't judge you. Phil Collins is black. I don't care what anyone
It's
says.
a
Yeah,
safe
he's
space.
black.
as
He's
well, like-
black, bro.
This is good music.
That is good music.
Yeah.
Nah.
Come on, good songs, 10-10.
That's
I didn't know you had good taste like this in the oldies,
I
bro.
don't-
No, he
I
loves
don't know
Future.
song.
He loves
Yeah,
Future.
Future's my guy.
So I didn't know you
I
had
like
this in your.
Future too now. Future and Lil
Wait,
Durk.
you don't listen to Phil Collins or anything like that old music? Marvin Gaye? No, actually, we wouldn't judge you for that. What about Come a Chameleon?
Boy George and go.
Celine Dion.
We come
I
and
love
go.
Celine
Which
Dion.
one is hard? Which one?
What?
Oh,
My heart will go on. I'm alive. I surrender.
big track. What in the car, innit, on the way home? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what about Amy
what's that one you
Winehouse?
sing?
Even
everyone else is
I'm
big.
trying to remember
I
what
would
song
never
it was
judge you for
you were
that.
singing like you sound like a madman in the
Celine
car.
Dion.
No, it was
Yeah,
Celine
yeah, what was
Dion.
it?
I think it was. Give me a quick Celine Dion. track.
So I surrender.
No, not I
I'm
Surrender.
alive.
It wasn't I, it was a
Coming
sad
back
song.
to me.
My heart will
Like
go
a big
on.
one.
Go
It's like a big
home.
one. No, it's like a big one.
Oh my God.
We have
I'm
to
a Celine
find
Dion
this now.
guy.
Titanic song.
I'm a Celine
Yeah.
Dion
The
song.
Titanic song.
No, it wasn't
My heart
Titanic,
will go on.
That one,
but it was proper, and he was singing it, bro.
That's the way it is. I'm alive because you loved me. A new day has come.
I think it was Because You Love Me.
You were my strength when I was
No,
weak.
No, it's not that
No?
one.
I love
I
how we
forgot
just
it because
go
it's
straight.
been a while now, man.
You didn't,
The
what?
power of love.
Yeah, it was
Cause
not
I'm
Oh, come on.
Okay, go on. Go crazy.
No, it's not that one. All by myself.
All
by myself.
That one.
Don't wanna be.
Guys, we're
Beauty and the Beast.
Uzi, help us help you.
Immortality.
I don't know.
Let me go,
You
man.
didn't get. You
A new day has come.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
you did.
It wasn't
I was
R&B.
Waiting for
Has come. It was that one.
It was
And
that
you-
one.
Yeah,
That's
that was
a
it.
new
Day
That one, that's the one.
But how does it go?
I was waiting for
America.
America
to
You know that song? I really like that.
I love it.
That shit is hard.
Another one for me is Michael Jackson. We are the one.
Yes, that's the one.
That's it. Yeah.
We are
I
the
sang that for my junior
children.
term, like my GCSE
Yo,
music
one
exam.
more, yeah, one
We
more,
are the
one more.
one
To make a brighter day. So let's start giving. God knew not to give me a
Oh,
voice.
you guys are tone deaf, man. You're not singing on the same key. All different keys.
For the living.
Who's that? 10 seconds, switch it off.
Who is it?
Lighthouse Family. Let me see.
No, is that high? No, it's not that one.
I've heard
It's
this song
high.
before.
The Lighthouse Family
Lifted.
high.
Lifted.
High, yeah.
This one is Lifted, and the other
Lifted
one
is good.
High.
There's
High,
a song.
yeah, High is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
High is
Song in,
crazy.
Yeah,
I
that
just
one.
remember
Yeah.
randomly out of
Yeah.
nowhere. Do you guys ever remember this British artist called Lamar?
Yeah, of course.
50-50. I just remember him out of nowhere.
Lamar with the green eyes. Fake news.
Lamar was Irish.
No.
Oh,
I
I
said
thought
There's
she
a
was-
song that like
With the
said
fake, with the
British.
green
Was
eyes.
that
Irish.
I don't think those are his
I
eyes.
don't think it was fake.
Bro,
What,
that
you think
guy
it was
came on the
contact?
scene.
He looks
the one
mixed.
that was, they had his posters on the wall and all
Nah,
that.
pick up
there's this
Lamar.
song
I
in
love
primary
50-50.
school that hasn't left my mind. Like I know all the lyrics.
What was it?
Raindrops keep falling
Falling on my head.
right? Yeah.
That-
Just like the guy whose feet was too
This is
big
a-
for
was it from-
Yeah.
Is it Ireland?
Da, da, da,
Is that
da,
a
da.
song? Is
No.
that
I'm not positive.
Raindrops keep falling on my
head.
head.
They keep falling. So why
But we're
just
trying to pull soul in
Oh,
it,
that's
innit?
from a musical.
You have
It's from
actually
a
got good
musical.
voices. You know, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
know.
I mean, they need work,
You
but
know, should add this onto
They
your
said
Yeah.
to me.
karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have come
I'm
to
the,
the
I'm the
end
karaoke master.
Sorry, let me
of
stop
the
singing.
podcast.
Okay.
We have
Oh
come
my
to the
God,
end.
guys.
Quickly though,
Okay,
sorry,
go.
one last thing. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry,
Is it-
guys,
is it a
almost
musical?
got carried away. One last thing. As you know, this episode is sponsored by Lem5.
Come on.
So use promo My Opinion to get 15% off your first £100 sent. That's our gift
enough.
to you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, it's a
Christmas
festive
is
season.
coming.
Christmas is coming. So therefore, use our promo code My Opinion. We'll
It'll
also
be in
put
the-
that in the bio as well.
Facts.
And yeah, man.
Yep. Shout out Lem5. So you guys, it's the end.
Guys, this
It's
was
been
lit.
real.
So
It's
lit.
been real.
This is so
It's
lit.
lit. It's
Hope the
lit. It's
talking over
lit.
each other wasn't
Are
too
you
much.
sure you still want to go to that gala?
Which gala? Ah.
This guy.
Chopella.
Cancel it.
I'm
Cancel
torn
it.
between a rock
Come
and
to
a
the
hard
live.
place.
Are you sure you
It's
still
gonna
want
be
to
so much
go?
fun. It's gonna happen next year, isn't it?
Okay, let me.
Well, you guys
me.
need to give us something to ginger us to come now.
I'm a sorrow after this. Let's
Hey,
have a shot.
I
Take
like
a
that. I
sorrow.
like that.
I don't know what was said, but it sounded sweet.
You're right. Hey,
But do you guys want to plug that
I'm a
show?
Yoruba anime swagger. Oh my God. Yes, guys. So if you don't know us, get to know us. We are Get the Gist,
Okay.
Ross,
And we have a lot of
Princess
gist.
Demi. And we've got our live show. We just dropped this yesterday. So if you want to come over to Ireland to come support
Just
us, come and hear some gist,
Right
some
now, quick,
games.
20 pounds.
You might see some familiar UK faces as well.
Maybe.
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Help us
wink.
beg them. But yes, 1st of February, 2025, guys.
And where can they find your Instagram and all that to follow?
So you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on TikTok and Apple
X.
Podcasts.
And what is it? Get the gist?
Get the
Get the
Gist
Gist.
podcast.
Guys, if
Not
you want to
bad.
get your gist, you know where to find these people.
Come find us.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having us.
Guys, make sure you subscribe,
Yeah.
like, make sure you go and support their content, support our content. Till next time, peace.
Thanks for listening to the In My Opinion podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, peace.